But you have to...
No.
Oh.
You get to sell to this guy on the phone.
I'm not as good on the phone. I could be.
You could be.
Hello. Would you like to buy a board game?
Just having a tape recorder so you can play into the phone.
Yeah, we're live now.
Are we back on?
Okay.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Welcome back!
Welcome back! Yay! Okay, yeah, so before we got cut off, there were a little bit of technical difficulties. Will was talking about healing fire.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
That's it.
Sorry, guys. See you at the championship. Bye.
No more secret reveals.
No, so we've had this J2 set, and there's like a lot of great cards, and people are buying them up, and you can build a lot of a really good deck out of a box. But there are a number of cards that
Did not see
reprint.
Yeah.
And those cards have can have big swing effects, right?
Oh, huge.
So Anja Tiger wasn't reprinted.
Was one.
Can be a big swing.
Tsunami.
Tsunami. And
Dedicated studies.
And I would put Healing Fire is a big swing
Pressure
effect.
point,
And
which is huge,
Well,
right?
Cog
the list goes
restrict
on.
as well.
No, Cog Restrict got printed.
We are
in
now, though,
Welcome
getting
to
back
Jay.
into beta cards that were never in J, so...
Cog Restrict wasn't in here.
No, Welcome to Jay.
Welcome to J.
Welcome to Jay, yeah.
I mean, there's
not
a
in J2.
considerable amount of Welcome to Jay
Yeah.
out there, right? So, I mean, it's, people do...
Did we say Holy Wall?
Holy Wall.
Yeah.
Holy Wall's a beta card.
Yeah, it's a beta only. Yep, has not seen a reprint. Facing someone at Dragon's Roar when we went on Sunday, the Angel deck using Holy Walls. Yeah, just annihilated me. Mind you, I wasn't playing what I normally play. I brought a...
You had your Erica
I have
Scorpions
this run-of-the-mill Erica Scorpion deck that I built several years back. So it's or once Erica came out, it was my first deck based, but still the way that this player used the use of Holy Walls, Chronos with Angels, the whole Nubia package, right? Stone Protector, right? It was.
Because Holy Wall has you or target, right? You or
a target. It says a target,
right?
Yeah,
In
so
global
you can.
effect,
Yeah, you can save your. I don't know. Would it save against Purifying Wave though?
No.
No, because
Purifying
it's not
Wave
damaging,
yeah.
right? It's just clearing.
Just
right?
says just says kill
Remove from board.
summon. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but still, I mean, it's you're bolt shotting an Angel to get rid of it, and then you throw the Holy Wall on it, and it's oh shit, right? It's it could be an issue.
Should have brought more Purifying Waves to the game.
Yeah, more Purifying Waves. Yeah. Well, and that's why I say potentially Erica has the ability to get there, right? She has access to that. So
Absolutely.
Erica Blitz, I mean, could annihilate the majority of the Nubia decks.
And she can play them comfortably. That's the big thing.
time.
For her to play one, it's that's great. If I get your Angel, I am now ahead of you on Aura. If I get anything else past that, I am just swimming in.
Yeah,
I need a good reference there.
I'm there with you, but the counterpoint is that she's missing 6 health. And the first 2 rounds, that could, depending on who she's facing, could be huge.
And that's why we pack a Healing Fire.
Healing Fire,
Yeah.
Breath.
Bring up to 24, she's all good.
those cards.
Angel's
Yeah.
Embrace.
Yep. Without a doubt. Yeah, I think she's got a chance. I think so. Big time.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's going to be so for newer players, say that are having difficulty getting a hold of these cards. So I mean, would they make it?
Yeah, we so on Discord, if you're connected to the Discord channel, we someone asked that question, and Alex went on and he took a bunch of the meta list decks that we had worked on together, and then he basically stripped away all the cards that weren't in J2 and made the J2 versions of that. And those should be going up on the meta list probably tonight or tomorrow night, whenever I get some time to do that, so that people can go on and see just J2 cards.
Just J2,
right?
Yeah.
And see what the builds look like. And
But
yes, there are some things that are missing, but there's still a lot in the deck, right? And one of the things that, as I go into the championship, is you can't. I've tried my best, and I can't plan for everything that I come across.
Yeah.
Right. So with so many players, and Steve and I have had this conversation, a single match loss could mean that you don't make the top 8.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the breakdown. Yeah, the fact that you only have the 4 rounds of Swiss with 26, as you said, Ian? Yeah, 26 players. It's basically you have to win.
Right. There'll be a lot of ties in the top 8, right?
There's going to be a lot of ties in the top 8. So, I mean, how are they going to... I don't know if you have any knowledge of this. How are they going to adjust to that, right? So, it's so now top 8 has become top 16, right? Like, I mean, is it?
Depending on the window, depending on how soon that is determined,
Yeah.
there could be an extra, match thrown in or whatever to figure out these are the we need to get to 8. We've got 9. Okay, you two are figuring out whoever wins this match, right? Maybe it's a best of one.
It's a best of one
right?
kind of thing.
Type
Yeah.
of deal.
Yeah,
Just be
yeah.
like, okay,
We do that a lot.
yes, you
too
did this
with,
all great, right?
Other games.
You've all made it. You're all here at the same level, but we can only take 8. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's necessarily set in stone.
Mm-hmm.
I could foresee that being an option. I would say everyone has to agree to that, though. So.
Yeah. So the after lunch time slot, though, it's for that top 8 as well, right? So they haven't given any time restrictions. You get to play as long as long as the matches take, kind of thing. But still, you got to fit 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Basically, so you're going from top 8, top 4 down to the 2, right?
Yeah.
So it's and then
It's a long day if you're in the.
It's going to be a very long day, right? So it's like, yeah, you may not even see me to face you for that challenge, right? It's who knows, right?
I'm sure I'll be there like 2, 3 in the morning anyway. If you want to have the late night game.
Exactly.
Saying that with if you think there's 26 people over 4 rounds, that's potentially you could only have.
You have 13 winners.
Well, the first, so first you go from 26 to 13, and then for round 2 it's going to be potentially 7.5.
You could stay at 13 though.
Yeah.
That's the problem, right? So you could have half your 13s could lose, which they will because they're probably all facing each other, and half of your bottom 13s will win.
Yeah.
Which means that you're still at 13 for the next round of all if that happens evenly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Winners play winners.
So that going
yeah,
into round 3, you still have top 13, and then those top 13 will still go, and they'll all be the same, potentially all the same score. There may be some at the top that are not, and then you'll probably have like maybe 6 that are higher than, right?
Yeah.
Unless they've lost in the matches, right? So,
Yeah.
then when you go to your 3rd round, you'll have potentially still have a big group, right? So it's that 3rd and 4th round is really going to be.
The
So if you're
determining factor,
sitting, if you're sitting 2 match wins in the first 2 rounds, you probably are a good chance of being top 8, but it's not fully
100%.
guaranteed.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not very- yeah. It all depends on who you face too. Right?
If we add 5 more players in the mix,
yeah.
then it's like
Yeah.
you need to be top. You need 3 match wins.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm only helping out, and I still have a fear.
So that's why I'm bringing a deck that I'm going to have fun with. I'm going to enjoy the experience, right?
Yeah.
And we'll see how it goes.
I don't even fear all these champions and decks. I fear tripping over my shoelace at some point when walking around.
Yeah, as you can just imagine the pressure, like being the reigning champion. I mean, you and I didn't face each other at the first championship. We didn't get to experience that, so I mean, it could potentially happen now, right?
We'll have to see.
We'll have to see. So
Don't
I
worry.
didn't
Game
face.
I was gonna say you can still be the draft champion, so
That's
don't
true.
worry.
Yeah,
Sealed.
Yeah. So playing, if you don't make the top 8, you have the opportunity to play in the sealed event, which is pricing for as well, right? So it's $1,000.
Yeah, I think it is.
$1,000 if you win the sealed event.
Yeah, there's prizes all the way through, right? So top 8
Yeah.
all get prizes too.
In the sealed?
Yeah.
So
Top
the
8?
sealed is not top. I'm not sure. I don't know the exact
think it's-
breakdown, but I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I think it's top 4.
Top 4 for
four
the
is
sealed
financial
event?
prizes.
And top
Yeah.
8 and
Top
get
8.
something, right?
Yeah. Top
I
8.
think even if you finish 8th place, you still get like $300.
Yeah,
something
something
like
like
that.
that,
So yeah, you're
So-
still walking away with something. But.
Hey, my hotel room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
we're
yeah,
actually.
even if you do come first though with sealed, you also get the ability to build a new card as well.
Champion.
No.
yeah.
Sealed is a card.
Seal's a card,
Yeah,
and then the constructed is
is
a champion.
champion.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know sealed
Yes.
gets the so the winner of the sealed gets to create a card as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Damn.
Are y'all
Better
getting a
not be
hotel
another
room?
Necrolich.
Version
Y'all
2.
got a hotel room.
They did, yeah. You're spending overnight in Toronto.
I am, yeah.
Mhm.
You guys are, yeah.
I'm gonna be well
Oh,
rested
really?
for my first match against Steveo.
Yeah.
We're
I
getting
feel
up
the
at
conspiracy
5 in the morning to
theories.
drive.
Game 1, match 1.
Yeah,
Steveo
yeah.
versus
That's not
Will.
gonna be
What?
fun.
I doubt that'll happen. The odds are very low. 1 in 26, right?
That's what
I'm gonna
saying.
knock out the
Conspiracy.
car.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fall asleep in the car.
So
I
we
don't know.
are a pretty tight-knit community here. What's going to happen if one of you guys do have to face each other?
Bragging rights.
No!
Bragging, right?
That's the prize.
Not my problem.
Is it no holds
Yeah.
barred, or is it like, oh,
It's it's good. Well, I mean, with as much as that's on the line for this tournament, yeah. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah.
Oh,
If
yeah.
it was
Can I define
allowed,
it?
I feel like
My
violence
heart.
would be
It's
involved.
going to be a good old JR slobber knocker. What? Don't know good old JR from wrestling? A good old JR slobber knocker. Oh my
What is
god.
this stream?
I hate you all.
JR what?
Jim Ross.
Yeah.
Oh, Jim Ross.
Good old
I know.
JR slobber knocker.
Slobber knocker. Okay.
The more you say, it doesn't help.
Yeah. No, I mean, as far as defending the title, it's yeah. If I win, I win. If I not, I mean, I'm going to. I'm like Will. Going to have fun. I know a lot of people are gunning for the seat. So, but I mean, I've already stated that if I lose, I'm going to be focusing more on teaching, organizing, and expanding the game here at the store and within the communities the best I can.
You could be
If I win, ha.
Just remember,
JC will get to raise my hand again, singing the John Cena song. Yeah.
just remember, to be the best, you have to beat the best.
So,
It'll be another year to defend my title, right? So I mean, it's like.
Yeah.
okay.
so what did you say you were going to do if you got a second alpha box? Because you already have an alpha box.
You have to
sealed.
like lay
so
that out
for-
and figure it
included-
out.
Included in the $3,000, yeah, they stated that you're gonna win a sealed box of alpha. So if you win it, what are you gonna do? Will.
I'm going to go find the other sealed boxes.
Okay.
I don't have any.
I would protect that thing with my life.
Oh, you'd keep it.
Oh yeah. I'm not opening.
I can't win it.
Yeah. No, I'd keep it sealed as well.
You keep it sealed? Would you just keep it sealed?
I put that thing in
I'm
a
opening that
safe.
bastard. I am opening that if I win it, right?
Okay, but
We're
that's
gonna
only because you
definitely
already
do-
have one. You have your spare to keep
Look
sealed.
at her face.
Yeah, I already have a sealed box.
I was
so-
gonna
Well, you want that
That
third
doesn't
set,
mean
don't
you
you?
open that
A third
one.
set, exactly, right? And I think Ian nailed it right there because I've already stated that. So I basically, right now, I have 2 full complete sets of alpha. I have a third full complete set of alpha missing an angel only.
Ooh.
So-
he's
Don't
smiling.
look at me.
Yeah.
So if you want another reason to have to beat Steveo, that's another reason stopping him from opening that alpha box.
Stop
Yeah.
for opening the box, people.
It's
Protect
box
the
and cards.
alpha.
That's all it is. Box and cards.
I'd put that thing in a safe and I'd like melt it and like seal it. So then it
Well,
is
good
safe
anybody.
forever.
Yeah, you can't get it
No
there.
one can get it. You have to sell the safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Sell the
would.
safe and make the person believe that there actually is a sealed box of alpha.
Yeah.
I put the
Now
safe in
that-
another
yeah.
safe.
There is.
That
You
thing's
just gotta
going
shield
Sealed
nowhere.
box of
You just
alpha
put any
inside
box
this
in there.
broken solid safe.
Doesn't it become a Schrodinger
broken
alpha box?
solid save.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, no, I already stated. Yeah, I'm definitely
Like,
opening it just to see what's in it, right? It's like, yeah. Hey, to me, it's the game. I love the game. Having that full set to me is better than having the box. But
Yeah.
teach his own, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. So
Oh, I'm gonna jump in on this one. Remember how much he freaked out on that last stream we had, and Will was on, and Will mentioned opening that sealed box of alpha we had.
I did.
You know how much he freaked out? No!
well, it's,
Yeah,
because I have
because
one.
that was his box.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I have one. So I mean, if I win another one, I don't
I think
need
there's
2
one in the
boxes.
auction.
Yeah.
There is one in the auction, yes. Yeah, he's auctioning off another box of alpha on top of it. So I mean,
Do we know how many
highest
more
bidder
there are?
gets it. What's that?
Do we know how many more
It's
there
on
are?
the website, isn't it? The amount of printers for
The
alpha.
amount of prints. We don't know how many there actually are.
Yeah.
Left over. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what say the print run was like 30 boxes. So
We know that there's like 3 people that have a sealed box. Doesn't mean there's not more out there.
there's,
So-
there's more. Yeah, not more out there. So
Do you know if he's gonna have posters?
somebody probably there's gonna be a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
I do too.
In his latest update vlog, yeah, he stated that there will be new posters as well.
Yeah, new posters.
So they have
that
the
come out.
championship poster. It's a little smaller than he was expecting, but it's basically the landscape version of that poster over there.
Yep.
With all the artwork.
Lovely.
He also
Great.
has blown up version of the cards. He has
Oh,
the
nice.
big
The
cards,
promos?
like big promo cards that you're getting. I will be getting my own. So
Does he have
Sorry.
like full posters of like the new promo cards? I'm sorry, that were just released.
Yeah, that's what he just
yeah,
said.
that's it.
Yeah.
So
I
big
need that
posters.
fairy girly.
Yeah, they look
Okay.
pretty
She's so
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah.
Like,
So I don't know how many
No
of those he
face.
has, but I know that they will be at the at his booth.
I need.
Yeah, up versions. I think they're like about this.
I want the big
I
one.
have no room on my walls.
I will make room on my wall.
Yeah. So let's talk about the auction for a
Hang on,
second.
hang on. Jordan had a comment here.
Sure.
I need to get the anime Raha poster. I have the other 3. I need that 4th one to match.
Is it actually becoming a
Oh, yeah.
poster?
I really hope so.
I mean,
That would be cool. Yeah.
I
to
asked
go
him
with
about it.
the
He
other
said he
three
might be able
that I
to do
got.
that.
I still want
The
those
anime
3.
art.
I at least want the Nubia one on my wall.
I know that's part of the auction. You
Yeah,
get
the
all,
anime-
you get
all
all
the
the
anime
animes,
cards.
all 4 of them.
Yeah.
and a signed bolt shot in that bundle.
Is there a signed bullshit?
And you get both versions of each card as well, so
Yeah,
the
that's
full
the
art
Leslie
and the
bundle.
non-full art.
Yeah, so
Of
you
each-
did
yeah.
12,
8.
8 cards.
Well, that would be 9 if you get in the bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the bolt shot.
With the bullshit, yeah. 100%.
Days on the run.
But yeah, no, so yeah, there's that package deal. There's a whole signed package from Leslie as well.
That's the one, yeah.
Those are all
The-
signed too.
Yeah.
I think that is the one. 'Cause
Oh, is that the Leslie package? Yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, 'cause she's the one with
The
the
whole shot in there is foiled.
Yeah. There's the J2 plates as well. I think there was a for a printing plate. I think.
the printing
who would
plates.
want a plate, like a metal plate for cards? Like what type of person would... I knew that.
I already have
I have this
several.
great framing place I go to.
Isn't
And I'm
it
taking
itself
it
a
there.
frame? Like, is it not itself a frame?
I don't know how
It's
you
a
do
talking
it, because
paper.
literally the
It's
one
a-
edge is actually has to be bent on it because of the way it
That
goes
goes
in the
into the
machine.
machine,
Right.
right.
So it's like it's so difficult to get that thing.
They'll find a way to frame it. They find a way to frame anything.
They'll
so.
probably either like
That's
put
the
that
time
Unless
you
you
go
want
in
to
and have
after
the
they're
glass
gonna
of
fold
wine.
it
Like,
out.
what's this? Like, yeah, this is my printing plate.
You want to see some more? No.
Like the posters that are on the back of the sheets for the 2-player starter set, which has got Raha and Aegis. I have the plate for that.
Oh, for that one?
For
Yeah,
those
yeah,
posters,
wow.
right? So it's so gorgeous. Right? We used it for a backdrop for one of our streams when we had Rain as a guest. So.
We have this thing sitting over there that he built in like 20 minutes because we needed something to put these things up against.
Yeah.
And so we like taped them to this like
we
wood
taped the
thing.
printing plates to the back.
That was just there, yeah, and then we had to sit
It
on the
worked.
table. It did work.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
What else? There's gonna be full sets of beta, full sets of rays.
Yep.
I
There's
just completed
the
a full
sheets.
set of
There's the sheets.
Uncut sheets. There's gonna
Yeah.
be uncut sheets in the auction. So
A couple rare promos. The Tsunami is an alpha promo.
The
that's on there.
Skycon.
Skycon
Yeah.
alpha
Yeah.
Tsunami promo.
That you don't have one of those. Do you have one?
I got 3?
You have 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cater spare.
2. 2 or 3. I don't know.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them as well from back in.
Yeah, didn't he say in
What?
That tsunami.
Do I own like any promos for this game? Like, five. I'm like,
Right? I mean,
I'm just gonna go to Sid's place one day and just steal all this stuff. This promo, this one, this one, this one. Perfect. Binder complete.
Then he starts giving them off to his stores. He goes and drives to all of them. Oh, here's an alpha here. Here's an alpha here.
What's
You
a
do
free
that?
alpha?
I give away alphas
You
too.
give away alphas all the time.
Yeah. Well, we used to back.
So when you're
back
coming to the
this-
championship, talk to JC. You might get an alpha card.
You might get
You might get alpha card
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, well, we used to do that when the game first came out. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, we opened up a ton of alpha, right, when we got it, and it's just like trying to get players into the community, and it's like, okay, oh, I need this or I need that. It's like, well, here you go, right? It's like, you know, for the commons and uncommons, right? And it's like, oh, I need one more pressure point. Oh, okay, here you go. Like, we were giving away the tsunamis, right, back then, and it's like,
Yeah.
you look at it now, the way the secondary market is, those alpha tsunamis are going for like $100 a piece, right?
Yeah.
It's like, it's crazy, right? How the game has transisted into the finance world, right? So, which is to a brand new player, it's a little disappointing, but I mean, I get it, right? It's the way the market is right now.
I
So.
think it's all card games are dealing with that, right?
All card games are
Yeah.
dealing with it. Yeah, some worse than others, right? So, but I mean, looking at this auction and all the opening bids and all this stuff, right, too, and it's like I'm like, yeah, I don't have a chance. Right? It's like, so the finance guys get a hold of this auction, and it's we don't have a chance. But I don't know. It might, you never know, right? You never know. Maybe somebody might say, hey, oh, it's, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I will definitely be watching it, take a look and see, but
Yeah.
I am fortunate enough to. There's nothing on the auction that I'm chasing after necessarily. There are things that I would love to have.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But there's nothing that I'm actually going to. It's like, oh, this is my opportunity to get
Yeah.
this, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm looking forward to seeing the auction. I'm looking forward to watching it. I'm hoping that it does well for Haunted Castle Gaming.
Yeah, 100%. Hopefully they do really well with it.
I mean, it's good information for everyone to have, right? Like, you and I are sitting on complete sets of things, right? So what are these things actually worth, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty much happy with the collection that I've obtained throughout the years. I mean,
it's massive.
My collection is kind of massive for Genesis. But I mean, like there are some things on there that I don't have, right? But I mean, at this point, it's like I'm content with what I got. It's time to like, hey, let's
I think other people
get a chance and get in and get some of the stuff, right? So especially with as much as it's climbing.
Especially with the game growing, right? There's so many new players, and there's a lot of card game enthusiasts out there that it's not their fault. It's just we were a Canadian game, and it's expanded into those new territories, new areas, and it just didn't have the same amount of time that we've had with the product, right? So I get it. There's a lot of desire out there for some of those collectibles. So
well,
this is their chance.
As it's progressing like this, but I'm just like, counting my blessings that I met Sid when I did, right? Got into this game really early and had a passion for it right away, right? And I'm more for the playing of the game than anything over the collector aspect of it. So it's like I love this game so much.
Yeah. And in regards to expanding, seeing it actually going into its first non-English language French is a really cool thing to see as well.
Yeah, I heard it's gone French now, right?
Yeah.
And I think he had mentioned saying even too might potentially hit Japan by next year as well. So
that would be cool.
Wow,
which would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
The great thing about that is we asked to get more room on the text boxes with all the language. We're trying this down and get more ability in
Don't
there.
turn it into that other card game where the text box is like this big and like.
It's kind of
like
like
it
won't be that bad. It's kind of like why every speedrunner runs the Japanese version of the game most of the time because there's not as many text boxes. We might save space, be able to throw another ability in there or something.
Just those medicine bottles have the peel here for more information. You just okay. There's another one. Okay. All right,
That's awesome. Or flip it over, right? It's like the rest is right here on the back.
Or it's like a booklet on the card, so you gotta...
We need to create pop-up cards. little flip one.
Pop-up card with a flip.
Never know.
No. Okay, so if it's like a Canadian game, we're here in Canada, right? Because we open a book a certain way, if it goes to Japan, would it have to open the other way?
Yes.
Or would it still open?
Yeah, it'd have to be
open the other way.
Yep.
What way does a book here actually open?
Oh my god.
So it's that way. Japan opens this way.
Welcome to the book podcast.
How you open books?
Today we're opening the
Squirrel.
I'm sorry. I forgot what a normal book opens because I read too many mangas.
Normal?
Yeah, normal.
Okay.
Well, all books are normal books. It's just
All right.
Genesis.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we've done the auction. What else has come up on this?
Another thing. It's slipped my mind now.
Kickstarter was announced.
Kickstarter was announced, yeah. So I don't know. I'm not a fan of this game going into Kickstarter. So
what's that?
that's so basically it's Kickstarter will promote the product that's coming out, and players have the ability to invest into it before it hits the market.
So it's like a pre-order.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, but it's through a company called Kickstarter.
Yeah. Basically, you have to meet the goal. From there, once they fulfill it, basically, that's when I think a lot of payment goes through. You get the payment, you get yours fulfilled, and then they're allowed to fulfill stuff past that point.
Yeah, they've got they can put in certain goals. So depending on a lot of Kickstarters, if they go beyond their initial funding, then they'll add in extra stretch goals. So then potentially, the more money they get, the more then they can spend on things to give to you as an investor through Kickstarter. So
I think it's going to be really, for me, I'm excited to see what those potential things are.
Oh yeah, I'm super excited.
What
about
are
that
the
as well.
things are the stretch goals, right? Because I mean, my imagination can run wild for what I could love to see some of the things, right?
Like what? Like what could you get for a TCG through Kickstarter?
Special art, maybe by an outside artist,
Yeah.
or special
Sleeves.
You know, you could get, maybe it's a, you know, there's been talk of having like 3D models of the champion or something.
Yeah.
Like a little
all
minis.
those, like a mini, right?
would
Okay,
love a
so
mini.
so
Yeah.
okay, with stating that, like,
got
what's
Magic
wrong with just
Minis.
doing that through Patreon, which she's already got running?
So Patreon is sort of a monthly. It's a
It's a
monthly
yeah.
thing. You kind of get a few things,
Yeah.
and it's sort of a way to help the company do its thing.
To me, that's more or less like the same concept kind of thing. So
Kickstarter, though, is there for you to get into a production more. Is
Right,
what it's there
yeah.
for.
coming
I've been seeing more card games actually take this approach as a start.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it to a point.
Yeah.
I know a lot of board game companies out there that do it. Some of them I think is fine because they're first out there, and then there's some I could absolutely just say, why you're an established company, just stop
Right.
it, please.
Right. So, I mean, let's board games. Gloomhaven was a Kickstarter.
Yep.
And-
Frosthaven I think is Kickstarter as well.
Kickstarter as well.
It'll be a #1 when it comes out.
Right, and those things have done really well.
Yes.
So, I think the interesting part is yes, you hear normally Kickstarters when you're kickstarting something, you're starting to up, right? You're trying to get right.
trying to get it going.
And
It's
I
a
think-
necessary evil.
Right, and I think for this it's a marketing strategy. It's basically some marketing that's not just through the local store. It's a different branch of marketing, and it's interesting. It hasn't been done, but with all the expansion, getting all the word out there to now multiple countries, Kickstarter has a name to it, whereas Patreon sort of is.
It's a
Well,
club.
it's a
It's a club.
club support.
Right?
Yeah,
But
exactly.
Kickstarter is like, oh, it's a Kickstarter. Let's go see what I can get.
Like if
Yeah.
the hype is there on the Kickstarter, you might be going on to Board Game Geek one day and seeing Genesis on like number 10 or number 9 as the hotness scale because Kickstarter's blowing it up.
Right.
I'm okay to start with Kickstarter. I would not want it to be the trend
Going forward.
Yeah.
going forward. I like it as that stepping stone. Say, hey, this is where we get big now. This is what we used to get big as our avenue.
Right.
As I do have, like, I can't deny Gloomhaven. It's
It's just
wait,
the top
number
of my
one for
head.
so long, and
Yeah.
Frosthaven's going to come there and like just dominate
Right.
on
Yeah.
the hotness scale. I do have that thing where it's like, well, give us money first, or pledge to us to create this whole. If you're
And you would
confident
know
in your
that
product,
more than us, because
take it to market. If you're confident in your
Yeah.
product, take it to market, because not
Yeah.
everybody has that ability to do that.
To do that, yeah. And then you are inside with the distribution and board games a lot more. I don't know how it all works in times and payments and all these things.
I think from a retailer's perspective, it kind of hurts the retail business because people, they invest into it, they get that product right off the get-go, and so now it's like
But you see a lot of stores
retailers.
going through Kickstarter as well, bringing in their initial supply on getting those stretch goals.
Yeah.
And the stores that say, well, it was on Kickstarter, it's hurting us. Yes, but 50 people just came through your door and asked for that same game. You need to bring it
there's
in.
nothing stopping a store from going and pledging 50
Absolutely.
copies of it and then
Yeah.
getting
The-
50 copies in their.
The biggest problem
Sure.
it does cause in a distribution sense, getting off topic here, is that
Yeah.
people are looking for the Kickstarter version in your
Yes.
store from distribution.
yes.
Yeah.
When there's a second printing or whatever, it's
Yes.
not the Kickstarter version. Yeah,
That's right.
that can create.
Because what happens if we get into printing Origins, and this one Kickstarter version is going to have these exclusive cards and packs.
Yeah.
The next wave's not going to, kind of like what's happening with J2 right now, with the next wave going to have different epics or different styles of how that's
Okay.
run. We are now into that bit of a club there. Is it going to hurt the game? Absolutely not. Is it going to make it absolutely stupid to collect? Definitely. Definitely. But that's what you're going to get. You're going to get the person coming in kind of like Magic with the convention boosters and that. When they did the ones to retail, they were a little different.
Right.
So you get into that aspect. Is that the convention exclusive box from the convention, or is that the convention exclusive box that came to retail for
Store, yeah.
WPN?
Yeah.
I feel as long as the contents of the packs themselves don't change and you're just getting extra things on top, then I feel it can only help, because most people won't be able to go for the top Kickstarter, like the 12 packs of like things. Most people will probably go at a pack, and then from then from a single pack, you probably can't get everything you need from that set. So you would have to go into your local store to then finish that.
Well, with a collectible card game, 100%. It's like because of the amount of boxes you need, right? To get some of the rares or whatever. I mean, J2 made it a little bit easier, but I mean, with a new set, it may not be the same thing, right? So
and we don't necessarily know what.
And with no restrictions on
and I'm sure there will be things that we'll be happy for, and there will be things that we're not happy for. But at least I'm hopeful that in the end, again, this is maybe just because I've been with the game for so long, that it's still a net positive for Haunted Castle gaming, right? Yeah. And that way it keeps going, right? And we know we had the delay of Origins, right? So now we can get Origins out, and this Kickstarter gets Origins out and gets us. We're snowballing into what's the next one called? Invasions, right? Yeah. And we get this momentum. We keep going up, right? Because I mean, it's not a bad thing, but Steveo and myself have been playing with the same set of cards for quite a while now, right? Mm-hmm. So we are ready for new cards for sure. 100%. But we also were excited to see all the expansion and see all the growth. Yeah. So we understand, and there's delays and printing delays and pandemics and all this stuff. It's just it's a unique time. Yeah. Right. So taking a unique approach might be what it needs. So I'm excited.
So who here is part of the Future League? No.
Yeah. I kind of just have to be by default.
Why do I even ask you questions? It's like,
are you actually?
Yeah,
he is.
I remember.
Yeah,
Future League guy, never played the game.
You're Future League. Are you on the Future League?
I was at one point.
You were at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've done my time in Future League.
So I mean, like, so what the Future League is we the design team pitches a bunch of cards. It goes out into the Future League. We play test them for potential cards.
Break them.
Yeah, to see if they're broken or to find any flaws or whatever errors. And we play test the hell out of it for the most part.
I do the same thing I do here. Yell stupid things.
And
he really does.
And then discover like whether or not is the card going to go through. If not, like a lot of the cards that we are testing may not be in the next set, right?
Yep.
Yeah. They could be
concepts. They could be ideas.
Yeah, or just mechanics, basically. A lot of testing in that. How does this work, right? Especially with when we were testing for Phage, which we're gonna see in Origins. So I know probably the majority of those cards are going to be, we're going to see them, right?
Well, if you're a patron member, you should have your first card.
You should have it, yeah, the electric pillar. That thing is gorgeous too, by the way.
Patron packages come out?
Amazing. Yeah.
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 You already got it.
Did I?
Yeah.
He put it on the shelf and forgot about it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll figure this out.
Because for this month?
This is outside of the stream. Let's continue
outside
on.
Of the,
let's continue on before we derailed like a train wreck.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Sorry.
Why are you apologizing? That was so funny.
Yeah, because when I hand them out, it's like here, and then I look and there's like this package like this. It's, oh yeah, that's mine. So many Patreons, it's crazy. Yeah, that electric pillar is absolutely gorgeous. First Phage card we see. Phage is not so all the promos too. It was brought up about using the promos at the tournament.
Yeah.
So I think you and I were in a discussion about that. And we touched base with the Sid on this one. Yeah. Those cards are not playable. Phage has not been released yet, so it's like, which is kind of a good thing. But I mean,
even the promos that you get for the VIP packages are not officially released.
They're not officially released. They're just considered promos. They can't be used.
I mean, sure, take them back to your local game store, play a fun game
try
with them, try it out.
Yeah.
You have one copy, hopefully you pull it. But yeah, I think it's definitely exciting to see. So.
See, yeah, I'm excited. I'm super excited for Phage. So.
Is it?
Billy's like, yeah. I'm
Guess.
the newbie guy. No, Billy's doing pretty good. Yeah. I don't know. Anything else you want to add as far as the championship coming up?
What are you most excited for the championship? What are you most excited for to see?
The swag. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, swag is great.
So, if you don't know JC has this, we're going to call it pseudo program or weird thing that he does. He has 3 pens that are layered. A bronze pen, there's a silver pen, there's this holy gold pen, which I don't think ever has been used. Maybe it has.
I remember.
So
I remember.
It has.
Once. All right. So
yeah.
I'm most excited when he cracks that gold pen open and he takes my card that I've placed in front of him, sobbing in his tears as he signs it and then hands it back to me. That's what I'm most excited
So
for.
if anyone's wondering what we're talking about pens here, I now have a signing method of how cards get signed.
Program.
A program, we'll call it.
Yeah.
If you want a card signed, you get a bronze. You get bronze.
Okay.
If you want to play a game with me and get whipped, I'll sign you in silver.
They get whipped, dude.
If I have to walk away with my tail between my legs, I'll sign it in gold.
Ooh.
There we go.
All right,
That's what I'm looking forward to.
I need the gold
How
card.
to skew the markets even more. The color of the signature.
You all know what?
I got several cards signed by him in gold, so yeah, I have no problem.
He's beaten me a couple times.
Yeah,
I
so,
don't get the opportunity to beat you that often. So.
Everyone else at this table, if they had to sign something, it'd be in black.
Problem.
Unlike JC, who has like the 3 different colors.
Mine would be pink.
Oh,
I'm also okay with the whole, black thing, but I need to do something special.
Yeah.
Special, yeah.
I'd sign in black.
So
yeah,
you're,
well, I guess will people want the promos that are done by the players? Will they want signatures from them?
Oh, that's a good question.
they might, just to say, yeah, this is signed by the designer of this card. There is that group out there that do like stuff signed by people who've worked on
Go find a
projects.
pen, I guess.
I was gonna
So
say, I
Steve-
wonder how many people are gonna be there and ask for
I'm
never
gonna be
list
sitting there all
sign.
day signing
Yeah,
that
so-
Croatian trade all day long.
Steve,
Well, you're not even gonna be able to
announce
do
a
your
ban now
bunch.
at your final match. They can't ask for a signing. Any other time is fine.
While I'm playing, no signing of the night.
So you want the crazy signatures then? That's what you're looking forward to. That's the most thing.
That's one of my goals. I can walk away happy that day. The gold signature.
He's not gonna be able to eat his lunch.
What are you excited for,
Which
Jordan?
makes it kind of cool,
What
right?
I'm excited for?
What are you most excited for?
I'm excited just to go and play the game somewhere. Like I've played it basically only here.
I think.
No, that's wrong.
There's nothing wrong with heads or tails. It's the excitement of being able to play people outside of this community. I haven't
I'm
met.
just messing with you.
I haven't
Keep
met
digging.
anyone outside of this community that plays the game.
Eventually dig up, don't you?
Mac Attack?
Do we have to go back in time or something? Did we just not go to Dragon's World Sunday?
Okay, but I only played people that play here. I
That
didn't
is
play
true.
any there.
Really? I played 2 new people.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
He got
literally,
terrible
we went to-
matchups then, didn't he?
Yeah.
No, we played at Dragon's World, and how many were? There was I think 4 of them compared to our 6 that showed up. So I mean,
you got that matchup.
the odds are So I mean, I faced one of their players, and then I ended up facing Yan and Jordan, right? So it's like,
Well,
I
I played
faced
Jordan.
The
I
owner
played
and
you,
then one
and
of
then I
their
played Sid.
players.
and then you played Sid. Yeah, so you didn't get to face any of their
any of them.
community, right?
I
So
did.
which is why we initially went to go
Championship.
and play there.
A whole bunch of new people to play.
Yeah,
That's true. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty, so you asked me what am I most excited for? Well, I'm not playing, I'm volunteering, so
What are you most excited for then? You still gotta be excited for something.
I get to sit with the Queen and Camilla all day.
That's actually a pretty good deal.
Heck yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That.
Yeah, because
That
he
would
did
be
announce, the baboon. I can never say the first name. The baboon.
Secret.
Secret's
It's a
another one.
secret.
Yeah, she's so
Dusk tail mouse.
Dusktail
Little
mouse.
mouse.
Yeah.
Don't forget the Dusktail mouse.
There's one more.
Yeah.
Dark
It's-
Corruption.
Yeah.
Dark
That's
Corruption.
the one.
Yeah.
I think Dark Corruption was her initial piece.
Yep.
Yep.
Correct.
Was her
Rain,
trial piece.
Dark Corrupting Skeleton card, yes.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous artworks
I love
done
the
by
secret.
Camilla. Yeah, she will be there doing autographs and stuff like that. So.
I can get another set signed.
I need
Bring
her
your
to
cards.
sign.
She'll sign them.
I want her to sign my forehead. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
We can make it happen.
Make it happen.
Can we really?
We'll make it happen.
Maybe not my forehead, but at
Oh, no,
least
you
my
said
forearm.
forehead. It's gonna happen.
No, at least my forearm.
It needs to be
I
your
will
forehead now.
wrestle you to the ground and we will write on your
Whoa,
forehead.
So keeping this moving.
Yeah.
I gotta do myself after the fact. Billy, what are you excited for?
Just playing against new players.
That's amazing. Playing. That's the best thing about going to tournaments is just playing new people and not playing them.
Hit him in the nuts.
Yeah.
What are we excited for?
So as Billy said, new players, hearing more about the Kickstarter, and just enjoying the experience of a really large and national-wide event. So,
What are you most excited
Well,
for?
one question first. Are you gonna be able to be calm enough?
only if I'm not playing.
It's like, is it only me that you get that
Literally,
nervous?
yes, literally.
Okay, why? Like what?
Calling me out on cam. I've got a better, so.
What's that?
I have gotten better.
You have, yeah. So when I first started playing Yan here at the store and teaching him how to play the game, every single match, he so uptight and frustrated and couldn't concentrate on the game. He was just making mistakes left, right, and center.
Just drink a bunch of coffee, you'll be fine.
Yeah, like 6 energy drinks. Yeah, you're good, bro.
So when I asked him, I'm like, why are you so uptight? Like, and you're fiddling around with everything, and you get nervous, and you make mistakes and that, and he's like, you're the only one. And I'm like, why? Why? Is this because you're the champion? And it's like, it shouldn't matter, right? You should be, keep yourself calm.
Yeah,
so
goosey, baby.
Actually, been, yeah.
He looks scary. He's really, he's a cute, cuddly kitten on the inside.
Only 'cause he doesn't smile.
What are you most excited for?
What am I most excited for?
For Richard to follow him around all day with a camera. Hey, Steveo.
This is your life.
I am most excited about this championship because one, I'm going to be playing alongside my community.
Aww.
Ones that I've played. Well, one Will and Jordan and I, but I mean the newer players as well. Being able to share this experience with them. Two, it's gonna be phenomenal. Like the way it sits, talking about the venue, the swag, everything, the whole experience is gonna be great. So yeah, but yeah, mostly it's just being able to come together as a whole with our community and having this day full of battling, right? Playing Genesis all day long, right? It's like, yeah, I love it. I wish I could do it all the time, right? So it's like. But sharing the experience with my community, number one. That's what I'm excited about.
That's amazing.
We're going. Like I was double checking with everybody whether they got a ride or they're staying over. Like Billy's traveling up with us, and just making sure that we can all get there, right? So making sure everybody's got their tickets and stuff like that. So
Are you gonna make sure you bring an extra tire as well? Yeah.
extra time. Yeah, I'll put a spare. Yeah, on our way to Dragon's Roll past Sunday, I blew a tire, and like an hour before the tournament started. And actually, the Dragon's Road community was super, super cool about it. And talking to my guys that were already there, they said, yeah, everybody's here is chill and really patient. We're actually waiting for you.
Nice.
The tournament didn't start until an hour after the
I think
initial
they started
start
at
time.
like 3.
Two to 2.5, I think.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
something like
It's
that.
like making people wait, don't you?
Well, it wasn't intentional. I literally,
It's the anticipation.
I literally called us in and I'm like, yeah, we had an issue. We're still coming, but we're not going to make it in time to play. So I figured, well, you guys just go ahead and play the tournament. When we get there, right? Kind of thing. It's not a big deal. Or we take a first round loss, whatever. It didn't matter. But yeah, they were super cool. They just said, hey, yeah, we'll wait. So it was awesome. It was really, thanks a lot to Dragon's Roll for that. I think I came in dead last at that tournament too. So I mean, if that gives you guys any confidence,
you
for the tournament
you weren't
coming up,
playing
right?
your real dad.
Actually, he didn't
Yeah, I
even
might have.
actually
Yeah, you never
announce
know.
the placements of that.
No,
Yeah.
you just kind of handed out the pricing.
I think yeah.
There was
It's on
only
Geo.
pricing for first.
You can watch it on Geo. I was watching you guys on Geo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where I
Kept
may
watching
not have
see-
been dead last. I know
I don't remember,
wasn't
but
even
I
in
mean,
the top.
as the rounds go, you can see when all the numbers come in and what happens.
Yeah,
So
because
it's
she
pretty cool.
slaughtered me, and that the first person I played, one of their community members, slaughtered me.
I think your only win that day might have been against
Against
me
you,
then.
yeah. So it's like, yeah, we went 2-1, right? So yeah, it was, yeah. You never know. Could be a premonition, right? Could be.
Maybe it was
From-
the
I'm
gonna
fact
be
the
that
bottom.
he flew
Okay,
with
yeah, I'm
fire
gonna
that
beat you
day
throw
that he
top
was
to
just
bottom.
out of
Yeah,
it, yeah.
100%. Or maybe I just throw it.
Who knows?
Dead.
50 meteorites. Or sorry, no, 25 meteorites.
There you go. That's
Terrifying.
It is. I played it. You face it? No, it was Sid.
No,
that
it was
faced
Sid that faced it, yeah.
Sid faced it. Yeah, he's another member of our community. He couldn't make it tonight, but showing him this deck I built. Basically, you're playing 25 meteorites, and then you got to split the other 25 between Oten and Underworld Knowledge. And I think I go a little bit less on the Underworld Knowledge because it actually does damage to you when you draw that extra card. But basically, yeah, you face Nubia, you can draw 4 meteorites. Game's done on the first round.
Unless she plays a holy wall.
Yeah, she plays a holy wall, exactly, right? But yeah, she has to be holy. So. But yeah, it works. It has worked in the past, but we'll see what happens. How about you?
Two things.
Two things.
Once.
You get one.
I get one?
No.
4 thoughts.
Yeah.
You're excited about 4 thoughts.
I'm actually excited about 4 thoughts. I think 4 thoughts are going to change the dynamic how the game's played. We have, in our last championship, and since the game's been started, we've not had a way to switch our decks in the middle of a matchup. Like when we're playing, we're getting in between our matches, we're switching up our decks. This is the first time we're going to actually see it in person, and how it's going to impact the game.
Yeah, sideboard.
And this is the first time I've felt that most of the cards have saturation. People have seen them, they've looked over them. The vast majority of the card pool, people understand what they can do with it. And I've not felt that way in a long time. Even when we got to the first championship, we were looking through, even with beta, it's like people don't have the full understanding of everything yet.
Well, first championship, correct me if I'm wrong, but Welcome to Jade just came out.
We had 2 months into it,
right? But
even
then
beta
for this championship, Origins was supposed to come out. So we haven't actually had this where we haven't had a set before a championship, right?
Correct.
So there is a lot of experience with these cards.
Yes.
There is a lot of knowledge. There is a lot of counterplay within the decks.
Unless they're brand new, Billy not having access to
the amount of experience that they've had. But I'm just saying, as far as the cards, if they have, hopefully a new player has connected with somebody and they had some chance to sort of say, okay, well, you can do this, or look at this card, right? You know, what are you doing if they bring this, right? So it's, yes, Four Thoughts will be interesting because you're right. We haven't had a chance where we sit down to an opponent and say, okay, you've got me this first game because my deck can't beat your deck, but second game I can do something about it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the expression. This is going to sound terrible. I'm waiting for the expression on a player's face when the 4 thoughts. We're doing the switch. We reveal what's going into our decks and what's come out, and someone's just going, "Oh my gosh, I made the wrong choice."
Yeah.
Or someone going, "Oh my gosh, I picked the right cards."
Yeah.
And that feeling of how you're going to overcome that feeling in the game, it's going to be. It's going to be someone who's picking even the wrong cards and saying, "I have an uphill battle. How am I going to make the most of my decision now?"
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be that much of a game changer with 4 thoughts. So, yeah, because you could potentially pick those wrong cards.
You could,
right? So I mean, it's
like I'm at the point where I had many discussions with you with Malik, and like, great, if you're playing one way, I'm playing with him in one way. Like, I want my Brooks. There's a lot of times like I want that Anja Tiger because that's so like it's 1 damage less, but it's so much value on the end of.
Phase, right?
Yeah,
it gives a lot more flexibility to a timeline. I think I haven't really utilized the 4 thoughts, but this might be my first time actually using them in the championship.
Because you had a question.
Can you? Oh my god! Can you use this sideboard thingy at this championship?
Yeah,
it'll be the first time where we'll actually have it.
Switch your deck midway through.
Yeah. This is
what you don't switch your whole deck. So basically, it's a.
Yeah, I know you swap out a few cards, but like.
So
there's no card limit.
There's no card limit, but you have a G limit. So it works out to roughly, depending on what you're doing with your sideboard, you're looking at about 10 to 15, 16 cards in your sideboard. It's basically what it works out to, depending on your cheese that you're using. And it doesn't necessarily change your whole deck, but it does takes out the card that's useless and puts in a card that gives you a chance.
Yeah.
Right? So. And that is the key where, but there is, again, in that forethoughting time, they're also, like, your opponent's doing it too. So they could be trying to forethought against what you're doing. So there's a meta game that happens outside of just the actual game going on.
Malik runs a lot of public controls he'd like to remove some days.
Public control.
I'm gonna state my opinion.
Giving away your whole deck.
I'm gonna state my opinion on this.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna state my opinion on this forethought thing. I personally don't think it should really be a thing. In the first place, I feel like you build a deck and that's the deck you're using. I don't think, even if you're switching out 2 cards, like, or 4 or whatever, right? I just don't think you should be able to do that. If you're playing for fun, I feel like you could be able to. But I mean,
you're playing for fun. You just switch your whole deck. Right?
Oh well, yeah, pretty much. But when like you're entering a championship or whatever, like that's coming up, I don't think you should be able to do that.
So I'm gonna counter you very quickly on this. On a design aspect, there's a lot of cards that get designed on the lower end that do something very technical, and if you don't have that ability to switch them when you need them, it makes it difficult to validate and bring those cards into the game. It's not like a simple counter that might be something like a pressure point. A pressure point, if your opponent's not running techniques or heavy techniques, starts to become less and less value very quickly. If you can switch that to a left hook to get that one more chip damage instead, or a shutdown, it does help you swing your deck when you just have a bad matchup. It allows you to at least get an advantage over that.
Yeah. And just to add to your point, it also I feel like it adds to that complexity in adding in the building aspect a bit more into the deck building, and it just adds another layer of skill on top of that in the top of the game, which I think is always a good thing.
Now, question about both of those things: if you are swapping cards out, like in between like rounds or whatever, right? Why wouldn't you just put those cards you're swapping out in the first place? Like, why wouldn't you put them in the deck in the first place?
So potentially that's where maybe your strategy is set in a certain way, and so the cards that support that strategy are not working. Yeah, because maybe that they have a counter to that. Yeah. So then that's where you may want to hide in some things to help your strategy in a different way, or to change it in a different way, and that would help give you that advantage back in the game. So
I don't think it entirely changes the whole theme of the timeline, because you don't really see summoners like just all of a sudden transgression over into like AoE or whatever, right? So I don't think it affects it that much with only being 100 cheaters. I don't think it's possible.
And the fact that you have an unlimited amount of cards means that if you do want to make a significant change to the deck, you need to have a significant amount of those cards to change the deck enough to have that strategy actually come up for you in your hand.
I haven't used it, as I said, up to this point, but potentially I just haven't seen a need for it. Right? But yeah, no, I can see what Ian's talking about. It could help.
I mean, to your point, there's a lot of builds that don't need to sideboard very often.
No.
But if you have the cards there, and all of a sudden you're in a matchup and you realize, oh, my strategy won't win me the game.
Yeah.
Then hopefully in those cards on the side, the forethoughts, there is potentially another card that will give you a chance.
Which is why Erica's going to win. You're going to have all those purifying wings on the sideboard. Put those in now, yeah.
She needs an HG to switch out though on it though, does she not? When they're on the
I'm supposed to give away all the secrets?
Yes, all the secrets.
Divine Covering is your switch.
Yeah.
So Divine Covering is your protection spell. Either you want it in the main board or the sideboard. Divine Covering is not working because they have a ton of summons. You bring in the Purifying Wings.
Yeah.
JC, you guys all these?
I'm sorry, I'm not a player.
I can say a joke about Malik, but I won't, because I like you.
No, do say.
I want to hear
I want to hear this.
You want to say,
It's gone.
It's gone. No jokes.
He never had the joke in the first place. That's
Only about Malik and thoughts.
What,
not having them.
Like,
Yeah,
we kind of play
Four
with
thoughts
guns
means
and
no
everything.
thoughts. It was bad. All right, moving on.
Any other topic?
Onward.
No, I think that's pretty much about it that I wanted to discuss. Unless anybody else has anything to add about the championship coming up?
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
You think after this championship will we see Epiphany get banned? I was put to the challenge, build a timeline that'll break Epiphany, right? It's like I can't. What? I don't think it can be done, but I mean,
The problem always with Epiphany is going to be, does it need to be banned now? Not now.
No.
But the problem is, it does hurt design space. You can't push a card in that like 3, 4, 5 G slot without the worry of Epiphany getting to it quicker.
And it's not the only one. There are others.
Yeah.
Any other cards you think should be banned in this game, Billy? As a new player. What's your most hated card? We'll put it that way.
My most hated card?
Yeah.
plays Nubian. He doesn't have any. He has all the.
All right.
That's true.
He does play Nubian.
Purifying leaves the card I hate the most, but there's no reason for it to be banned. So
Exactly.
like,
Yeah.
No, I can't think of anything right now.
Nothing either.
Will the Bears like?
I'm gonna get you last. This list is gonna be long. Yeah.
I do have something to say about the Epiphany, though. I don't think they would ban the card because you made a timeline that broke it. I think if it were to be banned, it'd be because of the actual card. And personally, I don't feel like there is a need to ban Epiphany. So I think the card's all right.
Only time
Jordan.
I don't really have a most hated card. It's just more so how they're played. Like, if someone's playing a card that I really like,
Right.
but I don't know what I'm wording this as. I did this wrong.
Okay. No worries.
I'm with Billy on this one, though. Purifying Wave, get it. No, go.
then you're not agreeing with me because I said it doesn't need to go. I just don't like it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's how I worded it wrong, though. Yeah.
I
don't like it.
Steaming over there. Like,
Player too. That's why.
Nubia players and then
Yeah.
getting rid of the Purifying Wave.
Yeah. Fear of the
they should learn not to play Angels, right?
Nah,
It is 100% counter to Angel decks.
Yeah.
So it is.
already
There's
will.
no other card you think
No.
or think that could potentially not be in the game?
We could buy a vowel.
T? No, nothing.
I think
All
this
right.
card starts with A. I think he wants
Do you want me to
Angel
start?
Wings, you should go.
Well, I mean, I don't want this to divulge into, first of all, like there are technicalities and stuff. Like
I'll say it. Teleport. Let's go.
I have, as a competitive player with a competitive mindset, teleport is a very hard card to play or prepare for.
Yes.
Because you don't know when it's coming, and when it does come, you don't know what's coming afterwards. And having to build a deck to counter or be ready for that, you're playing cards that basically do nothing if the teleport never comes. Right? So it is a very, very difficult space to say, okay, I have prepared my deck, I am ready to go, I know it, like my deck will win when all of a sudden it gets blown out because of the teleport.
Yeah.
So
Can I give you a card that will counter teleport? Will you be happy if I do that? And
in current print? Or are you saying something else?
I'd have to give you a feature. I have to sit there and pitch it, throw myself out there, throw some bribes here and there. And
Like in teleportation's defense, though, Will, I think because such cards like Holy Wall, Chrono Walker, Decoy Rabbit, so it all depends on what is actually going to happen after that teleport happens, right? So it's there are a lot of evasion in this game that sort of brings teleport down to the level of the rest of the game in teleport's defense. However, on the flip side of that, I've seen the potential of what teleport can do to this game if a player is not ready for it.
Right.
When it comes to the teleport, if you're not, I think what it comes down to, if you're not sitting on a holy wall when that teleport is on the stack, it's like, you're in trouble. You're going to just expect a ton of damage coming at you.
That would be the expectation, right?
Yes.
But it doesn't have to be a ton of damage right then. There's no reason why someone can't teleport and drop 3 angels on your face.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, those 3 angels move the next turn because they just go first.
Trifecta.
And then they spread around, and now you're locked down.
Yeah.
But it's fair.
Right? Now, that's a teleport and 3 angels in the opening hand or whatever. Okay, sure. That's a lot of cards.
Well, I'm sure at
Billy's best dream.
I'm going to say it could be one turn later and they just have the 4th angel just boom.
Yeah.
It could be substrikes. You hope you have a sidestep or an O10 or something, right? But that goes back to my previous point. Substrike, Holy Wall, O10 do nothing unless you're taking damage. They're just sitting in your hand. Yes, you're prepared for it, but then if that's your whole strategy is you're sitting on all these cards just to defend, then you're just picking up cards.
They're not
like
putting
your
you in the game
timeline's still
either.
going down. They're not putting you in the game.
Yeah.
So it is a frustration. I've had my frustrations with Chrono Walker. Everyone knows that. I am
number one card in the game, baby.
I am a
Chrono.
key number one only fan of Club of hating Chrono Walker Hate Club, but
I thought it was Decoy. I thought
Well,
it was Decoy, Will.
Decoy.
Yeah, remember
The
when
other
you
ones are
almost
okay,
quit
they
the
have
game?
balances.
Remember when you almost quit the game because of a
I did.
Decoy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a frustrating card to
Good
play
start.
against. It's a Chrono Walker. It's swift speed. It's it's any response whenever you want.
Yeah.
It's a body, it's a movement, it's a response, it's a defense, it's everything in one card. That's 6 cheats.
I feel the same thing about Stone Protector, and the thing is, it feels like it can be even more abused with Necrolich as well, because it can be brought back. So
yeah, the only thing that's different. So Stone Protector is on the board, and you know what's going to happen the next turn they do it. Mm-hmm. There's more information.
There's still a setup too, because when I was playing, it's like if you're in that sense, I'm assuming you're talking about the Stone Protector Angel deck. That Angel has to be in the right position for the attack to go off, right?
Yes.
So when that Stone Protector goes in, if the Angel's you're not in the Angel's awareness, the attack's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So because then the Stone Protector's turn is done, and now is in the opponent's hand.
Yeah.
So they can technically get away from that, right? So. I see it more as a defensive thing than an aggressive thing. Once it goes in, if you're able to take that 6 hit or reduce the damage or chrono out or whatever, so now you've got the Angel and the Stone both exerted. Just annihilate them both together, right? They can't activate the Stone anymore, right? It can easily be dealt with the right cards, right? Obviously, I don't see it as being as big of a threat. However, teleport, in a sense,
you're not sure when it's coming.
You don't know what's coming after it or when it's going to come, right? So with action speed, and it's like many a times, in some of the timelines that I played, it's basically teleport over. You're sitting on 4 bolt shots against Nubia. She's already summoned an Angel on her other side. You've got them all. Boom. Wipe, like complete board wipe and game win with a teleport. It can be done.
I guess I got some work to do on that.
Yeah, you got some work to do. Yeah, I don't know. I sit on right on the center line with as far as teleport in agreement with you, but I also see it like I think in the future we're probably not going to see it as much of a threat.
Oh yeah, who knows what the future cards will hold, right? But it's more of just like it's a frustration, right? And it's part of the competitive scene. When it gets down to, when you're playing competitively in Genesis, it really becomes, well, I hope I draw the best cards before my opponent does.
Yeah.
Right? It's less about, well, I hope I make the right moves in the right spots. Competitive. Like, that is still part of the game, and it's still a strong ability and skill in the game. But it really comes down to what the cards are, because they're trying to kill you as fast as they can, and you're trying to kill them as fast as you can. And there are cards that allow you to do it faster than others, depending on what colors you're in, right? Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I think it's anyone's game.
I think another strong card that hopefully we may see more played, Cog. And I know Ian had mentioned it too. Cog restriction could potentially be a game-ending card as well.
Mm-hmm. Well-placed Cog will stop someone in their tracks,
unless you decoy out.
And you're pointing in the right position.
Yeah.
But you can decoy out of a cog.
You can.
Because the cog targets. So the decoy then
double
comes
decoy
on,
rabbit.
And the cog
I've done it to him, and he's so mad that one time he cogs me, and it's like, decoy rabbit. And he's like, what? You can't do that. I'm like, I can. The cog actually targets me, and the decoy says, if you're targeting.
All right. Let's move on.
Let's move on.
In the past.
That's way back in the day.
We were all new at one point, Steve.
We were. I was new too. Well, I remember. You're so right, because I mean, all the games and everything throughout the history of playing Genesis so far, and I remember that one time I faced his brother Wasim with his hunting hound deck. Until this day, that thing haunts me to death. Now with as many cards that have come out since then, but back then, at Alpha, with what we had and the deck constructions that we made and working on the Angel deck and this, that, and the other thing. And he comes to the field with Idris, and it was nothing but a sea of hounds. And there was, no response whatsoever to it. And it's just hound here, hound there, and it's, dead. I'm like, oh, my God.
You get a hound. You all get hounds.
Exactly. You all get hounds, right? And it was and from then on, it was, a little bit more focus on potential later timelines and building, right? So it is a learning experience for everybody.
Anyone, any chat or comments?
No. But yeah, so I'm super excited. Everybody's super excited.
Yep.
We're all super excited.
Excitement.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ready for a long day.
I thought they were going to cut the stream there.
Oh, this is stream. What? Shots fired.
Exactly.
Wow.
I just want to give a really huge shout out to a couple of people. Cap Can Comics, new comic book or comic book. I can't talk tonight. You should do this instead of me.
Okay, so shout out to Caps Can Comics. They're really cool. I haven't met them yet, but I do want to go into their store and meet them. Yeah. Pretty cool. What was the other one?
I want to give a huge shout out to our guys over at D&D United Martial Arts. They did some training on me for karate. So if you're ever interested in getting into karate, be sure to check them out here in Brantford as well. We run Genesis every weekend. We're running a tournament. Everybody coming Saturday for the tournament?
Should be.
So we're running a constructed tournament, the road to the championship.
What?
You okay?
Well, I see that light on. I just this light on.
That light. Yeah.
No one has heard a thing I've said. Good.
Yeah.
Good. We're okay. We're good.
That one doesn't light up. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
It is
I think
on
it does light
It
up.
is on.
It is.
Doesn't light up, though.
Oh, trust me, they're both on.
So we have a constructed tournament this Saturday. We will not be streaming. We will not be streaming next Thursday because it is the Thursday night before the championship. So we're all going to be preparing.
Well, actually, the Thursday night before the Friday night before the championship.
Why? Why do you have to confuse people?
Right?
Technicality.
Just cut the stream.
Yeah. just end it.
Try to quit.
It's all good.
Where are we located?
Thank you.
I watched the streams.
Where
are we located?
Where are we located? Yeah, I know. They always remind me to say that too. Heads or Tails Gaming, come and check us out. Play Genesis with us. We'd love to have you. 131 Erie Ave here in Brantford, Ontario, Canada.
We play on Thursdays.
Thursday.
We only talk about Saturday.
Well, we don't run.
We play today's days too.
Today's days, yes.
Yeah,
Thursday.
there's people like behind us earlier playing Genesis. Like, don't forget Thursday.
Well, no, let's get into it because we run our Learn to Play events and casual play. You want to come out and just hang out, talk Genesis, and just play some casual games, or even just get into the game, learn how to play. Visit www.genesisbattleofchampions.com. I got it right this time.
Hey.
How many tries did this take?
Yeah.
Way too many.
See how slow I said that though, so I didn't mess it up.
www.genesisbattleofchampions.com. It's not that.
It's not that hard. Check it out. So all the information about the 2021 championship is on there. Also go to geo.genesisbattleofchampions.com. You can get yourself a player profile to register in all the community events that are happening on. They'll all be listed on there as well. Check out Sid's vlogs on his channel as well. So he runs a whole bunch, one every day. Usually never miss them as long as I'm not too busy. But yeah, he talks about cards, mostly card spotlights, different announcements and events and stuff coming up too. Check him out. Mad shout out to all the guys at Haunted Castle Gaming, even though one of them's sitting right here next to me. You guys are great. Lionel, Carl, Alex Miller, and of course the man, Sid. Thank you for giving us this amazing game.
Don't forget about the R team. We have an amazing R team.
Yes.
We always talk about the R team.
You
You always know how we love the R team.
Love
This
the
is
R
some
team.
Family Guy stuff is there right now.
Yeah, the R team. Damion's the head of the R team, and Camilla, Philip,
The whole gang.
the whole
is
gang
amazing.
too. And we forgot to say Brad Crossman too for helping out on the lore. You want to get into reading about the lore? Make sure you check that out. It's on the website as well.
He's got articles online as well.
He does articles online too, right? I read his recent one. He was talking about how to prepare for a. Did you guys read that one? How to prepare for a championship?
You don't want to know how I prepare.
Cut the stream.
Yeah, I know. I have a checklist too, so I see where he's coming from too, and it's like certain things that I follow before a major championship.
Your checklist is literally stay up till 3, deciding what deck to play, and that's it. That's the only thing that's on it, is stay up till 3, deciding what deck to play.
Spend 6 hours making a deck check.
Yeah, because he's gonna make his deck at 12:30, and then by 1 he's going, no, I'm not playing that, I'm changing it.
gonna change
And then
it.
every half an hour
Yeah.
until 3 o'clock, his deck is gonna change.
Probably about 4 or 5 times. So.
Yeah.
And then when he gets there, he's
fast
going to make up his
asleep.
mind like 5 different times.
I'll be warm in my bed.
Well,
and
there's a
I'll
deck
wake up.
list, so he can't, he doesn't, unless he
No,
wants
no,
to
no.
write
Oh, I
it
know,
there.
but like on the way there, he's gonna be like, "What
No,
decks
I'm
do
gonna
I
give
have
up at
with
3
me?"
o'clock on the 5th revision of my timeline, and then I'm gonna be like, screw it, and I'm gonna drive over to Will's house, bring it to his house.
Wow,
where he had that deck, where he had that deck.
That escalated very quickly.
I think you better reconsider staying in Toronto.
So
I think you ought to
He
stay
is
in
staying
town
in
now.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Don't
So,
let them know which
Party
hotel
Friday
room to
night,
stay in.
Kealotix.
Party week! So to wrap this up, where can people find us? Because where can they find you, Will? Yeah, us.
Like human beings?
We are in the virtual world. I'm not coming back.
Like,
So we
I mean,
can find you on
last
Discord.
time
I'm on
I was
Discord. Yeah,
alone.
sorry, I'm on Discord. Will K. I'm one of the judges. So if you have a community, if you're seeing this, hearing this, and you guys need a judge, look online. There's the judge program. You can get suited up or contact me, and we'll get you figured out. And that's an option.
Yep.
And I'm on Discord all the time, usually trying to help people out. So
Amazing. Mac Attack, Jordan, are either of you on the Discords?
I'm on the
No,
Discord.
I'm on Instagram though.
Catch Mac Attack on Instagram then.
Yeah, Mac Tag on Instagram.
You're on Discord. I know I see you there with your title or whatever picture. John Cena belt. So where can people find you on Discord?
I do
Steveo.
Awesome. Billy, you're on Discord with the group? No, make sure to join us then.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm also a judge on the Discord, so it's Kealotix. Yeah, I know.
Oh. You passed? Okay.
Yeah.
So I do have
You're mentoring me.
You're shocked
me.
too, right?
that's a lot of pressure on me.
Yeah.
Myself, I'm on Discord as well. John, Genesis Battle of Champions. Look for the Decoy Rabbit because Decoy Rabbit's God in this sense. And
I do think I interrupted. Yeah, there. So
Oh,
what was your Discord name?
sorry.
So yeah, it's Kealotix, and yeah, normally we'll be answering questions in the Ask Judge, and hopefully supporting the community as well while I'm on there.
I just watch for all the little squabbles like what? It's like, yeah, no, this is how it goes, or just go test something. But if you want to reach out to me if you have a question, just like
You're the
Will said,
mediator amongst all of our shenanigan arguments on the channel.
your crazy arguments about cards that aren't even out.
Yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, feel free to reach out to any of us. If you ever have a question, concern, even Sid's online, the creator, so make sure to reach out to him as well if you ever have a question or concern.
Yeah, you want to learn how to play the game, any one of us, I think, except for Billy, are pretty much able to teach it. You'll get there, Billy. Don't worry about it, buddy.
We'll get you there.
We'll get you there, 100%.
I can try, but
Any last words then? Do we have here?
Just cut the stream.
Just cut So
Will's bailing out.
we're done.
It's past his bedtime.
Past his bedtime, yeah. Well, I just want to thank you all, you guys, for joining us on the stream. It was great.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, anytime.
Oh no, I gotta finish mine up. I'll see you in the arena.
But you won't.
I will see you in the arena. I'll see you in the arena. I'll make sure of it.
We have to face them to get our...
For your
what
1
are
hour
we getting?
slot.
You know, yeah.
Don't
What
worry.
are you getting? What are we getting?
What are we getting?
They're gonna get told this stuff ahead of time. Like, you're gonna be here. You're gonna play games. We'll throw peanuts at you to keep you.
Why am I getting the peanuts thrown at me?
No, I'm getting them thrown at me.
Oh, you're getting thrown at me.
Yeah, they're throwing peanuts at me.
All right, okay. I'm gonna
Yeah.
take the
I will stand behind Will on the other side of the table.
Now they
and just,
toss peanuts, or can I just whip it at you?
Every your preferences.
I will
Maybe
toss.
that's the prize we get is the peanuts to throw at them.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And are they actually peanuts or?
Oh my god.
On that note, everybody, thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We hope you enjoyed. Yeah.
And a reminder, we won't be on next week, but catch us on the following week after. So thank you very much, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
We'll see you on the battlefield.